Matthew chapter 3 verses 7 and 8 says, "But when he saw many of the Pharisees and Sadducees come to his baptism, he said unto them, O generation of vipers, who hath warned you to flee from the wrath to come? Bring forth therefore fruits meet for repentance." Resolution, as we know, is to outline new steps or layout to achieve a goal. From our previous clip, it is the review of the past and resolving to a form of quality decision on the next move to emphasize an action, to abstain or avoid an action. It is to execute the same motive through another route. This has to do with deeds and, of course, future events. It is about works. A man was caught in robbery. While in jail, he reviewed his steps and what led to his arrest. He didn't realize his carelessness. There in the jail, he started thinking of a better way to do it in the future. He resolved to better steps by him, but did not see his callousness or insensitiveness. That is resolution. There is another case of a man, an alcoholic and heavy smoker. Most of the days, he came home late, drunk and stinking. Yet, in that condition, he still wanted to sleep with his wife. Most times, he resorted to serious beating of the wife because the wife couldn't bear the stench from him. One time, he was very sick and couldn't go out for weeks. One day, he had to visit the doctor with his wife. They took a taxi. In the taxi, there was another man at the back seat, which he had to sit. The man was drunk and stunk. As this our friend sat by the drunk, he couldn't bear the stench from his kind. He was almost throwing up. When he alighted with his wife, the wife saw tears coming down his cheek. The wife pitied him, thinking that he was in pains from his sickness. What surprised the wife was when the man held her hands at the corridor of the hospital, knelt down, apologized to her, and begged for her forgiveness. She asked what had come over him. By their religion, a man was not supposed to do that. And by culture, it was a taboo. The man did not mind any taboo or abomination by any religion, but so remorseful of his actions in the past that he ignored the judgment of the public. He saw his past as shameful, irresponsible, and repugnant. He told his wife that he had just realized how heartless he was in the way he treated her in the past, seeing how sickening the smell from the drunk in the car was. That must have been the way he smelled all along and still wanted her to bear him. That is repentance. He became dead to his past lifestyle. The appetite to continue in sin died. His view of his lifestyle changed. He loved his wife the more for bearing him for so long. The atmosphere in the home changed. He recuperated from his sickness faster than envisaged. He did a self-evaluation and realized his failures, ungodliness, and misappropriations in the past, and consequently had a change of mind. What he took delight in the past then became repulsive. His pride became his shame. His favorite food became forbidden. This led to a total turn around in the home. This is what grace does. It shines light on us and makes our past pride become a shame, ungodly delight become repulsive, and the favorite food of sin to become forbidden. Romans chapter 6 verse 2 says, God forbid, how shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein? And verse 15 says likewise, say, what then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? God forbid. Therefore, beloved, repentance is not about what to do in deeds as in resolution, but to view things as they are in the light of Christ. And this is what Romans chapter 7 verse 13 says. See sin as sin and good as good. No coloration. Grace is the light. It is not to continue in or have a new strategy to sin, but to reject sin outrightly. Jesus came with grace and truth. Where repentance takes its root in grace, it leads to genuine salvation. And salvation is not about works. It is of a new life. It is the resurrection into righteousness. It is about a change of life. Romans chapter 12 verse 2 talks about resolution and repentance. Conformation is to follow steps, deeds or layout, but transformation is of a renewed mind. A crow of the cock wants us to reflect on Romans chapter 12 verse 2. Romans chapter 12 verse 2 says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God.